and he's like 48, so...
And he's like a prude, too.
Yeah,
I
so...
was just completely inspired. Yeah. She's very empowering.
What do you think's going to happen in there?
God only knows.
She should be the supreme empress of the world, not just president.
Why are your eyes so big? They're so big! They're like this!
We love you! You're fabulous!
I'm so excited that there are fans lined up around the block and that they're coming to see me, and I hope that I can always deliver that expectation, that kind of adrenaline that happens when you go see a performer. That I really respect that energy. I really respect that a lot because I know what it takes to actually go and buy a ticket and go see somebody.
Mezzanine 34, row B.
Welcome to Seattle.
I've been looking for the ass master!
I didn't have no food because it's before Sally Strutter.
Hello, my name is Gwen. I'm here to wash your vagina.
It's very moving to see so many different people in my audience. It means a lot to me because it's like I feel like I really identify with them too, and we get a lot of comfort from each other. And so I don't think that what I'm doing for some people is just entertainment. I think it's a kind of way of feeling like we belong in the world. It's a kind of inclusion and a way to feel validated. It's really exciting. So I don't take their support of me lightly.
Her doing her mother is my favorite character.
Don't marry white man!
I'm gonna do her mother when she tries to be her mother.
And I'm sure that we have the same mother. Her
Same mom.
Okay, I'm coming.
Yay, if you don't pick up phone!
Mulan! Oh yeah, I know this boy named Paul, and he is the gay. You need S in moderation. It's the S and the S over the rainbow. She rocks. I love her.
She makes a joke over me, the way I'm talking, my accent, you know. And yeah, she makes a good impression of me.
Having my parents in the audience for the Davies Symphony Hall show was really surreal because this show is so incredibly outlaw in its overt sexuality, in its kind of political nature, that there is so much maturity in the show. I wasn't sure if my parents were so ready to see me as such an adult.
It's a little embarrassing, listening to her joke in some sense because she's talking about, sexual matters which you do not talk about in front of your children or in front of your parent. But on the other hand, this is the matter which is so close to all of us, right? There's something to think about, something to be, laughed at, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think there's nothing to be embarrassed about it, right?
Right.
I was looking at them in the audience, they were just like, the whole time they loved it, but they didn't exactly know how to react. And my mom said that I was holding the chest so tight. I was holding it so tight. And I'm like, I'm not a roller coaster. Why were you holding it so tight? It's not that dramatic, but she just, I was holding so tight. And so she was really moved by it.
I went to restroom this evening. I said, hi, I'm Margaret's mother. I'm so happy, Thank you very much for coming to see my daughter. And something like that. I have to really express myself because it's so wonderful. I cannot even think about it. I said it's a miracle, something like that. Yeah.
I can't believe my mother was in the bathroom thanking people before this. That is so her, though. She is so gracious about the whole thing. Like, when she sees the people in line waiting outside, she wants to go up and, like, thank them for coming, and it's really wonderful.
I sometimes feel that my decision to live in this country is really, right decision. There are many reasons, but most of all, she has a platform to tell her stories to everybody. And she's doing it so well that we are so happy about it.
I think that it's going to be a very funny show, and I think that it's going to be very good and very unexpected and very entertaining. And I'm happy because I'm having sushi afterwards. So, you know, it's going to be great.
Time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for being here tonight. As you can see, we are filming a movie, and you're all part of it. So thank you for being part of this cinematic experience. And I think that it's really been an interesting time for our country, very tragic time, very difficult time. These last several months certainly have been very hard. And I have been in New York a lot, and I actually got a chance to go down to Ground Zero, and I was there day after day, giving blowjobs to rescue workers. And yeah. Because we all have to do our part. You find out a lot about yourself during times of crisis. And I found out that I lost my gag reflex. So I call that a triumph of the human spirit. But the bottom line for me is that no matter what the terrorists do, I refuse to be terrorized. They can't take away my security. They can't take away my peace of mind. They can't take away my freedom. I am a fucking American, goddammit. Really, all this requires is just a few small changes in the way that we live our daily lives. For instance, my first instinct when I receive an envelope filled with white powder is to snort it. I just won't do that this time. Remember the good old days when Anthrax was just a band? But everything is fine. Flying is safe. I feel completely safe doing it. I've been flying almost every day since all this happened. I just got back from Scotland. People fucking drink there. Oh my God. There's more vomit in the street than dog shit.
drink myself. I used to drink a lot. I stopped drinking because one night I just got wasted and I was laying in bed at 5 in the morning and I was so drunk I couldn't decide whether to get up and pee or just pee in the bed. Like I'm trying to weigh the pros and cons of the situation. Like, well, it'll be warm for a minute. It's a big bed, I'll just roll over. I'll just blame it on that guy. So I don't drink. I didn't go to Scotland to drink. I went to Scotland because I love heroin. And no, I don't take drugs. I don't like buying drugs because you have to feign this relationship with your dealer. Like, you're not really going to him to buy drugs. You're going for a social visit. And drugs are this surprise that just happens when you get there. Oh, crack! I didn't know. Well, if you insist. No, I don't take drugs. I went to Scotland because I was working out my show there. Because I'm a lot like Celine Dion. And you see, because I have to work a show out in Europe first before I bring it to America, just like Celine. And so I was there, I was hanging out in the one gay bar in all of Scotland. They have one gay bar. It's called C.C. Bloom's. C.C. Bloom's is the name of the character that Bette Midler played in Beaches. That is the gayest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. That place should just be called Fuck Me in the Ass. Bar and Grill. There's been a lot of activity in and around my ass lately. I just had my first colonic. Say what you will about colon irrigation. It is the shit. I had it done in Los Angeles because people in LA cannot do anything by themselves, much less take a shit. So I went to this place in Santa Monica called Water's Gift. I don't know if I'd call it a gift, you know? Like, I'm not sitting there like, oh, I'm making a gift. It's very new age to get colonics. You walk in, and of course, they're playing Enya. There is something about Enya's music that really facilitates release. almost went in the waiting room. I can't hold this. I can't. So all the colon hydrotherapists are also actors. So they had their headshots up on the wall. That was mine. Julie.
Hi, I'm Julie. Come on back.
I'm following her, and I'm kind of nervous. I feel like a John at the Mustang Ranch. I'm trying to make conversation. So, Julie, I noticed that all the colon hydrotherapists are women. Is that unusual?
I think people are more comfortable working with a woman in this type of atmosphere. It's kind of like mommy.
Not my mommy. Well, do you prefer working with women or with men?
I prefer working with the women because with men, sometimes their equipment gets in the way and I have to ask them to move it. It's so embarrassing, you know, like, could you please throw that in the overhead?
I didn't know what to say. So we had to begin. Now, there's certain laws governing colon hydrotherapy because nobody's really sure whether it's a medical procedure or entertainment. The lines are blurred. So they make you do things like they make you insert the tube yourself. Do you have a mirror? It's like a party game all of a sudden. What, are you gonna blindfold me and spin me around? If I hit it wrong, is all kind of candy gonna come out? So she grabbed it from me.
I'll do it.
And she stuck it in my vagina.
Dyslexic. You know, everyone's anus is a little bit different.
They're like snowflakes, apparently. I can't believe she did that. I had a lot going on that day. Because I also had my period. So I had a tampon in there. Then I had that tube in there. I felt like a power strip. If I had another hole, I could have internet access. sometimes straight men freak out when I talk about my period. I don't talk about it that much, considering how much it happens. I barely mention it. But I guarantee if straight men had a period, you would never hear the end of it.
Oh, fuck, man! I can't believe I fucking got my period again, dude. That's fucked up. I already got it last month. What the fuck? Dude, I fucking knew I was gonna get it too. I knew I was gonna get it, dude. I fucking knew I was gonna get it. I fucking knew I was gonna get it, dude. I fucking knew I was gonna get it too. I knew I was gonna get it, dude. I knew I was gonna get it. I was all bloated, right? My fucking emotions were like up here and down here. And I was fucking eating everything. I was like, dude, what the fuck, right? And I fucking got my period out. I was like, No, dude, check it out, dude. No, seriously, dude, check it out, dude, no, dude, check it out. I fucking got my period, right? Alright, fucking the next day was fucking Super Bowl Sunday. How fucked up is that? No, cause that means that falls on my second day. You know that's my heavy flow day. That's the day I gotta wear a tampon and a pad. You got a tampon in your truck?
Because you know, they would never have protection. They would be using old socks. Coffee filters.
Dude, let me get that sports section when you're done.
Every bachelor apartment would look like a murder scene. And if gay men had a period? What do you mean, if? There would be huge period circuit parties happening. Come on down to the red party at Club Menzies. Ooh, ooh. Me and my boyfriend are on the same cycle. It is not pretty, okay? I didn't know if I was going to talk about menstruation, but I bet if Richard Pryor had a period, he would talk about it. So I felt justified. I do enjoy being a comedian. I've been a comic for a long time. I always wanted to do this ever since I was a kid, but I never saw Asian people on television or in movies. So my dreams were somewhat limited. I would dream, maybe someday I could be an extra on MASH. Maybe someday I could play Arnold's girlfriend on Happy Days. Maybe I could play a hooker in something. I'd be looking in the mirror. Sucky fucky $2. Me love you long time. So I moved to Hollywood to pursue my limited dream. And I met with an agent who told me that Asian people would never be successful in entertainment and that I should just quit and stop wasting my life. And I probably would have if it weren't for my two best friends from high school, Alan and Jeremy. And Alan and Jeremy were tough. They were teenage drag queens. You have to be tough to be a drag queen. Drag queens have to fight everything. They have to fight homophobia. They have to fight sexism. They have to fight pink eye. Alan and Jeremy would get in fights at school every day, and they would kick ass. It was like crouching drag queen, hidden faggot.
Tell me who I am. I know who I am. This a fucked up school. I hate this school. I need to get my GED. That's what I need. I hate this school. This a fucked up school. You know, I walk down the hallway, they be calling me names. They call me faggot. They call me sissy. I said, oh yeah? You forgot I'm also a model and an actress, so fuck you too.
Alan and Jeremy believed in themselves when nobody else did, and I found that extraordinary. They were big stars to me. In San Francisco, they would do shows at the Haagen-Dazs on Castro Street. They would go in there at 7:30 at night, and Jeremy would kick down all the tasting spoons off the counter and jump up on it, and Alan would shove a vanilla ice cream cone up Jeremy's ass to I Will Survive. Patrons did not know how to react at all.
Thank you.
I don't want sprinkles on mine. Alan and Jeremy are not around anymore. Jeremy died in 1989 of AIDS, and Alan died 2 years later. I miss them. I think about them all the time. I believe they are watching me from the great MAC makeup counter in the sky.
Look at the bitch now.
That's kind of unsettling, to have drag queen guardian angels. I'll probably getting ready for a date.
You are not wearing that outside.
A little later on in the date, during an intimate moment.
If you want him to get done faster, you need to lick his balls.
Talk about being touched by an angel. I told my mother about that ice cream story. And the only thing she said was,
"This too cold."
I always thought my mother was conservative, but she had a really interesting attitude towards gays.
Because, Mommy, I think everybody little bit gay. You know, if you have a friend and you like your friend so much you don't know what to do. That's kind of gay. I think that everybody have this type of friend, you know, especially in college. That's very gay time. So many gay in college. You know, Daddy have a friend like that. I tell you gay story about Daddy. No, Daddy is not gay. That's not what I said. No. You put the word in Mommy mouth. But don't tell him, I tell you. Daddy have friend, very good friend. This is in Korea when he's in college. Very close friend. You know, close friend. You know, they're so close. They go everywhere together. And, you know, talk about everything. So good friend. And then one day they drive to countryside because gay, they like a picnic. They like eat outside, eat some kind of potato salad. They like so much. So they eat food and the sun was shining. And then Daddy friends look at Daddy. And he says, I love you. To Daddy. And Daddy was shocked. Daddy don't know how to deal with this type of situation. he's love his friend. He's love his friend, but he cannot say that he love his friend because daddy was afraid that he's gay. So he cannot say that he love his friend. So then daddy punch his friend. And it was so awkward after. Because they have to clean up all the food and go in the car and drive home. And they cannot be friends after that. They are so terrible. You know, they cannot be friends. And daddy says he's regret his whole life that he's lose his friend because he's afraid. You know? So, moral of story is if your gay friend says to you, I love you, don't punch! Say thank you.
I've been around gay men my entire life, and I'm so happy that there is so much gay culture in the media now. Television shows like Will and Grace, Queer as Folk, Sex and the City are so wonderful because when we were growing up, all we had was Waylon Flowers and Madam. What I love most about gay men is the way that they are about sex. There is a kind of fun and frivolity that surrounds gay men and their sexuality that is not there for straight men and sex. I think if you're oppressed over who you want to sleep with, when you actually go and do it, you're going to have a really good time. If you are hated for who you like to fuck, you are going to kick up your heels and fuck. And it is such an inspiration to watch. But you can really tell the difference between straight male sexuality and gay male sexuality in a personals ad. A straight personals ad goes something like,
Divorced white male, 41, seeks slender lady for long conversations. Walks on the beach and foreign films. Non-smoker, a plus.
A gay personals ad is like, wanted ass bandit. Hold up this caboose. Dick smoker, a plus. I want to answer that ad. I learned everything I know about being a woman from gay men. I learned all about sex from gay men. I kind of have sex like a gay man. I act like a gay man most of the time, actually. I was dating this one guy, and he was really nice, and he would always bring me things. He would always bring me flowers and cards and candy, and I just didn't want all that shit in my house. I just think that's annoying when they bring flowers, and you're like, oh, I gotta fucking find a vase now, great. All I have is an old big gulp. So I said to him, you know, when you come over, you don't have to bring me flowers. Just bring me some Hershey's chocolate kisses so I can suck them off your dick. And he didn't bring them.
Well, I thought you were kidding. I thought it was a joke.
What kind of fucking joke is that? That is not a joke. Knock, knock, who's there? Chocolate. Chocolate who? I'm gonna suck chocolate off your dick. So we had to use baker's chocolate. Oh, so you've tried it, I see. Fortunately, we had graham crackers, so we made s'mores. He was all right. Like, one night we rented a porno film, and then the next day we were leaving on vacation, so I asked him to please return the video on the way to the airport, so we were leaving on separate flights. So 5 days into our vacation, I get this message on my machine at home.
Hello, this is Video Hut. You did not return Beaver Fever. You had this film very long time. I don't know why you like Viva Viva so much. Did you come down with Viva Viva? Please return, Viva Viva. Be kind, rewind.
So now my video store thinks I can't return movies on time because I am unable to stop masturbating. It's very hard to go back in there with my head held up high.
Can I see your membership card?
Oh, I know you! I know you! I know you! I know you! It's worth it, though. Because I like watching a porn and fooling around at the same time. That's great. That's like eating while watching the Food Network. That's like Emerald with a Woody. Bam! So I'm with my boyfriend and we're watching this porn and we're fooling around. We're not having intercourse, but he was doing this thing with his hands. It was a real wax on, wax off situation. And I was really happy because I was close. And I really like being close because usually I'm far. Guys don't really understand the concept of close because guys are always close. They're fucking Glenn Close. They're so close. But if I'm close, I really have to try to get there. So, you know, I want to break on through to the other side. So I like to say something to the person that I'm with so I can do that. So they don't stop. Or do some kind of bullshit I don't like. Because your lover always has that thing that they do that's like... Why are you doing this to me right now? Don't lick my eye. So I said to him, I am gonna have an orgasm. And he sighed. He sighed. Not a lover's sigh, but a post office / DMV sigh, like. I said, what is that?
Well, I don't know. I just feel kind of left out.
You feel left out? It's like a group outing. Nobody's invited. Everybody just knows to come.
Well, I don't understand why you need all this shit. I mean, why the fuck you need fucking movies and lights and cameras and action and what the fuck is that? Why can't you just fucking come when I fuck you? What's wrong with you? Why can't you just fucking come when I fuck you? What's wrong with you? Why can't you just fucking come when I fuck you?
Because I can't come when you fuck me.
All right, fucking forget it then. Fuck, no, don't. Fuck you. Fucking fuck you. Look, whatever you do, don't talk about this on stage.
My bad. I can't come when you fuck me. All the gay men are like, girl, that's fine, but I do not need to hear about this right now, okay? This is not about me. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on, make us stop talking about this bullshit. All the lesbians are like, maybe you shouldn't be with a guy. It's just that it's been my experience in having sex with some straight men that I know the sex is over when he gets off. And I don't accept that. I want to have an orgasm. No, I mean, I want to have one. Like, if he has one, I want to have one. It sounds really simple, but what ends up happening is that he gets off, and then, you know, and then you're just left there like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just carry it over. And I am not going to, no. I'm going to put a chalkboard up on the bed. 1, 1. Them. Of course I have them, but it takes me a little extra time, and I need some things. You know, I need an extension cord. I need some trail mix. I need to jiggle the handle after I flush the toilet, if you know what I'm saying. I just need some things. It doesn't just happen. I need some things. And there's some stuff I don't really understand, like the G-spot. There's a spot in there that if you get it just right, it's like ding, 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 ding. And you win a stuffed animal. You get to go again. And I can't find mine. And people always try to explain to me where it is. They're like, okay, go in, and there's a Shell station on your right. You just go in, go past that, and then go up and to the front. You see, it's up and then towards the front. So just go in, up, and then towards the front. See what I'm doing? I'm gonna go to the side here. So up, and then go in and toward the front. See, I'm gonna do the other side. It's go up, and then in, and then towards the front. You see what? It's up, and like... It just sounds like I'm trying to unlock my car door with a coat hanger. Like oh, I'm just gonna call AAA. Where is it? I can't find it. I logged onto MapQuest and everything. I don't understand. Where is it? I don't have a lot of area to cover. I don't have some kind of cavernous pussy. That I've got a spelunk in with a helmet with a light on it, bringing a canary down in there with me. Fucking where is it? if there's a woman here who has one, please show me where it is. I will follow you in my car. Because I'm starting to think that it doesn't exist. I think the G stands for gotcha, made you look. And it's really not for lack of trying. I have made an effort. I've done everything sexual you can do. I got fisted one time. That was such a mixed reaction. It was like a, ooh, and woo, and ah, la, 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 ah! It was every sound. It sounded like that weird old McDonald toy where you pull the string and then it, like every animal in the barnyard. I got fisted one time. And it was by a woman, so it was a little bit easier. It wasn't some huge guy with a big old Popeye arm, like. It was a very short lesbian. Who's your daddy? Eileen? That's right, bitch. I felt like one of the Muppets. They actually wrote about that in a tabloid. They wrote, Margaret Cho enjoys fisting. Obviously, they had no idea what it was. They made it sound like Tybo. Bally's Gym now offers fisting. Sign up and lube required. I went to a sex club for straight people. La 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 la. It was an S&M themed sex club. I don't know if I'm a bottom because it turns me on, or if I'm a bottom because I'm lazy. I found a top, though. Boy, did I ever. I found this hot, straight, leather daddy top. He was awesome. He was huge. His dick had a dick. He said, I want you to come over here and worship my cock. I love going to church. S&M people, they are bossy. And I noticed that people that are really into S&M are also usually really into Star Trek. Like there's this creepy connection between leather sex, Star Trek, and the Renaissance Fair. So in this particular leather community, they had weird rules. And one of them was, if you're a master, you can lend your slave out to other masters, like they're a fucking library book or something. So I got lent out to a mistress Polly, who, okay, if I'm gonna be with a woman, I wanna pick, and I would not pick her. She was this gorgeous, tall, supermodel-looking girl. I don't want that. I want a big bull dyke. I want a woman who looks like John Goodman. That's fucking hot to me. Don't Sharon Stone me to death. Which is what Polly was trying to do. She was so femme. She was like, come here, little girl, come here. Here. Now, get down there. Get down there. Down. Down. And do not come back up unless you are wearing a pussy mustache. Eat pussy. It's just not my first choice. I'll eat pussy if they run out of what I really want. No more chicken? Okay, I'll take the pussy. And pussy, although delicious, is a mess to eat. You really need a wet nap if you're gonna eat that. You can't just start eating pussy and then decide halfway through that you don't want it anymore. Oh, I can't finish this. I know I ordered it. My eyes are bigger than my stomach or something. Do you have a pussy bag I can take this home in? I don't want it to go to waste. You better eat that pussy. Eat the whole thing. How hard I have to work to put pussy on the table? That's right, I work my fingers to the bone. So you can have good pussy.
Kids in China have no pussy.
I cannot say that I am some kind of pussy expert. I don't know everything there is to know.
Today on Iron Chef Pussy!
Because mostly when I'm eating pussy, I am so surprised that I'm eating pussy. I'm like...
I can't believe it's pussy!
So it was my big initiation night at the sex club. And I was in a sling. And I had a big leather hood on. And Mistress Polly was gonna fuck me with this giant leather dildo. And there were all these people watching. And I was like, you know what?
This is so not me.
I just had to go find out what all of that was like. I wanted to go find out on my own because there's no real way for women to learn about sexuality in our culture except to just dive into a scene like that. I mean, there are articles about sex in women's magazines, but that's not what I'm after. There was this article in one magazine about how to look good in bed with your lover. And it was these tips, like if you put your arm under your breasts, they're higher, like serve them up. Or if you're laying on your back, your stomach's flat. Or if you're having anal sex, he can't see your cellulite. And that is wrong. Because I get so ugly when I fuck. And I don't care. And if you care about what I look like when you're fucking me, you shouldn't be fucking me in the first place. I get ugly, I get into it, I put on a lobster bib, and I go to town. But I can't look at those women's magazines anyway. I love fashion, but I look at the pictures of the skinny models, and they're wearing clothes I can't even fit on my fingers. And I look at that, and I think if that is what a woman is supposed to look like, then I must not be one. I must be some kind of fat imposter. And I just feel bad. I have an eating disorder. I have had one my entire life. My mother has one. She gave it to me. She would say things like, "Mommy, idea of heaven is a big buffet where you'll never get full and you'll never get fat." Ah. Table for two. My brother and I were overweight kids, and we had a lot of medical problems because of it. So our doctor put us on a special diet and exercise program, and every day after school we had to go to the swimming pool and do laps for hours. And then after that, my mother would pick us up and take us to McDonald's. And we would have each a Big Mac, chicken McNuggets, French fries, and that crazy fried apple pie that was so hot in the middle, it was like molten lava. You know you have an eating disorder when you are consuming dessert at McDonald's. You have some food issues. We would eat like that and then go home and eat dinner with my father like nothing had happened. And it just taught me that eating was this criminal act, and we were outlaws. We were like a chubby gang. We're gonna come eat the shit out of your town! And my father was very concerned about my weight. I was 10 years old, and he would never let me watch television, but he would make me watch beauty pageants. And I would stay up way past my bedtime so I could see what women were supposed to look like. And when I lost weight, he was so happy. And when I gained weight, I became invisible to him. And it taught me that if you are thin, then you are lovable. And I just wanted to be loved. And so from the age of 10, I was anorexic and bulimic, and I almost died from it. Until one day, I just said, what if this is it? What if this is just what I look like, and nothing I do changes that? So how much time would I save if I stopped taking that extra second every time I look at myself in the mirror to call myself a big fat fuck? How much time would I save if I just stopped taking that extra second every time I look at a photograph of myself to cringe over how fat I look? How much time would I save if I just let myself walk by a plate glass window without sucking in my gut or throwing back my shoulders? How much time would I save? And I save 97 minutes a week. I can take a pottery class. I just pulled myself out of the game. I just stopped the game. I just stopped that whole thing like,
You guys, I'm on a diet. Seriously, I can never have carbs again. I'm on the Atkins diet or the Zone diet or the Sugar Busters, that sugar fucker diet, whatever it is. I'm on it. So I need a salad, I need the dressing on the side, I need the croutons on the side, I need my life on the side, okay?
And then you go home and you eat the couch. You know how it is. You starve yourself all day, saying all kind of bullshit like,
Nothing tastes as good as being thin. Yes.
Then you go home, you put on your eating dress.
I gotta put on my eating dress.
And you inhale everything in the refrigerator. Cake, spaghetti, hot dogs, mayonnaise. I ate my best friend.
You guys, don't be mad. I totally ate Carla. I am so sorry. She's like my best friend, and I fucking ate her. I feel so bad. I didn't know what happened. I was like just super hungry, and like I went to the gym, and I went to fisting class, and she was there, and she's like, your hair is so cute like that. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And then
I just thought if I was thin that I would get married. It never happened. I'm single. I think that the world regards single people as incomplete. I feel incomplete sometimes. I don't know if this has happened to you, if you're in a long-term relationship and you were lucky enough to live with the one you love, and say it's the morning and you have woken up before them and you're lying in bed watching them sleep, and the sun is coming in through the window and gently touching the side of their face, and you're just kind of watching them, and you think to yourself, I fucking hate you! You never wake up! I want to put this pillow on your face so bad. I would kill you if I could get away with this. That's always when they wake up.
What are you thinking about?
I was just thinking about us. That's terrible. When the relationship is over, but only you know. And you're gonna break up, but there just isn't a good time. You just bought concert tickets. A war breaks out. You want your birthday present first. So you just have to stick it out for a while. Everything about that hurts. The sex is the worst. Oh, I can never give another hand job while wearing a grimace. Just, I'm giving myself carpal tunnel and TMJ at the same time! So I want to get married, but I look at husbands the same way I look at tattoos. Like I want one, but I can't decide on what. And I don't want to be stuck with something that I'm going to grow to hate and have to have surgically removed later. Why can't I just have a henna husband? I'm not against marriage. You know who should get married? Are gays and lesbians. That's who should get married. Because for gays and lesbians, marriage is not about romance. It's about equality and having our relationships regarded in the same way, with the same kind of reverence as straight people's relationships. It's about being equal in every way. It's such an important political issue. We need to recognize that a government that would deny a gay man the right to bridal registry is a fascist state. as marriage for myself, I don't know. I continue to love myself until I love another. And I have self-esteem, which is pretty amazing, because I'm probably somebody who wouldn't necessarily have a lot of self-esteem, as I am considered a minority. And if you are a woman, if you're a person of color, if you are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, if you're a person of size, if you're a person of intelligence, if you're a person of integrity, then you are considered a minority in this world. And it's going to be really hard to find messages of self-love and support anywhere, especially women's and gay men's culture. It's all about how you have to look a certain way, or else you're worthless. You know when you look in the mirror and you think, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so old, I'm so ugly. Don't you know that's not your authentic self, but that is billions upon billions of dollars of advertising, magazines, movies, billboards, all geared to make you feel shitty about yourself so that you will take your hard-earned money and spend it at the mall on some turnaround cream that doesn't turn around shit. When you don't have self-esteem, you will hesitate before you do anything in your life. You will hesitate to go for the job you really want to go for. You will hesitate to ask for a raise. You will hesitate to call yourself an American. You will hesitate to report a rape. You will hesitate to defend yourself when you are discriminated against because of your race, your sexuality, your size, your gender. You will hesitate to vote. You will hesitate to dream. For us to have self-esteem is truly an act of revolution. And our revolution is long overdue. I urge you all today, especially today, in these times of terrorism and chaos, to love yourselves without reservation and to love each other without restraint. Unless you're into leather. Then by all means, use restraints. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thank you. They're gonna film you now. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, oh, you can sit down. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad diva. I need to go to diva school. I don't know how to do any of this. So, thank you for being a part of this filming, and this is going to be my next film. And my first film, I'm the one that I want, actually premiered here in Seattle at the Seattle International Film Festival. It was such a wonderful experience that I wanted to bring the cameras here to shoot this one. And so actually that first film, I'm the One That I Want, can be seen now. It just was released on video and DVD. And it's really worth seeing because my mom's in it, which is very exciting. And it's really kind of scary because when I talk about my mom, it's fucking not a joke. She's actually like that. So you can see her in the film, and that night she came to the show, and I was terrified, and I was so worried about what she would think, and then I was scared until I saw her in the lobby before the show, and she was looking around at people going, "Do you know me? I am so famous." My mother's had a very difficult year over the summer. She had a bad vacation. She went to Israel because she's such a Jew. She had to go be with her people. So she was there, and she was riding a camel on a mountain, and she fell off. She's okay, but she was so mad. She was like, "How can this happen to mommy? How can this happen to mommy? I'm such a nice person."
This is the worst vacation I ever went on. This is so terrible. This is the worst vacation I ever went on. This is worse than Knott's Berry Farm. So terrible. We have to climb this mountain to ride the camel. I said, I don't want to ride the camel. I cannot ride the camel. I want to take taxi. No, you have to ride the camel. That's so fun. That's not fun. I cannot. That's too high. I cannot ride the camel. It's too high. I cannot ride. That's too high. I cannot ride. And they force mommy. They force mommy. They said if you don't ride the camel, you cannot go to buffet lunch. So they pushed mama on the camel. I was pushed on the camel, just push on camel, and then I was on the camel. And it was okay. It was high, but it was okay, you know. And then I look around, I see my friend, I say, hi. Hi. I'm on the camel, I'm on the camel, you know. Yeah, then I look around, I see daddy, you know. I say, hi. Hi, gay daddy. And then I don't know what happened. Mommy on the ground.
Thank you. Good night.
She took me beyond my comfort zone and back.
A way better release than Enya, for sure. I mean, I cried the whole time she was up there.
She's the queen. Nobody else like her. Nobody.
Hilarious. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Excellent.
Out of control.
She sang said she stuck one of the tubes up someone's vagina once, too, on accident.
I look just like John Goodman. I can help her with her G-spot problem. You do. You need a 300-pound bull dyke sometimes for those hard-to-reach spots.
Not for the faint of heart, but just always hilarious.
She was absolutely notorious.
You make me want to be a better person, Margaret Cho.
Margaret, straight guys love you too.
Aww.